yes. What's up, beautiful people? So happy to see you guys. Well, ish, right? It's a very weird time, right, Brian? I don't know. But we're reporting live from my home, the Queen City Podcast Network. So very excited to see you all. Happy New Year. New Year doesn't have an S on the end of it. Happy New Year. Was definitely guilty of that. And very happy to see you all, hear you all, feel you all the vibes. So Brian, I was telling Brian, so Brian he's family, but he's the executive producer. He's everything to me. And I was talking to him offline, and I was telling him about how, these are very weird times, very, very strange times, because for some people, it feels like we're going backwards, right? So I saw a meme on Instagram where it said, is it going to be 2022, TOO, or are we going to actually be in a new year, 2022, the number? And it gave me like a very weird feeling. I was telling Brian, it gave me a very weird feeling of feeling like, are we going backwards? And I found myself getting a little sad. I know, me getting sad. Miss Positive Patty getting sad. And so I had texted Brian this morning and I said, you know what? I think that this is a moment. So this segment is called Moment, of course, with an OH in it. And what we like to do with the moments is we like to discuss some things that are either hard, tough to talk about. Maybe you all feel the same way about it. Maybe you all just need a small lift, encouragement about a situation, because that's my jam. I love being honest about things that I feel, because 9 times out of 10, you're not the only one going through it, right? So today's moment has everything to do with the pandemic, particularly this new variant, how it's spreading like wildfire. I have some loved ones in New York that are currently battling it, and praying that they turn the corner. I have some friends that are battling it, and it feels like in many of the spaces I'm in, we're going backwards. But friends, I wanted to take this moment to tell you that nothing's being canceled. Everything is being cultivated, okay? I'm going to say that again. It's not canceled. It's just needing more time to be cultivated. So what do I mean? I was talking with some entrepreneur friends, and they said, Havia, I have planned all of these events, and I'm feeling like I'm going to have to cancel. Havia, I had all of these things in mind that I wanted to do, and I feel like we're going backwards, and I had to cancel it. So there was a lot of people around me that was feeling kind of dim and gloom, because it felt like what they had planned, the hopes that they had, were now canceled. And so I said, you know what? I don't feel like it's being canceled for you. I feel like, if anything, things need more time to cultivate. So y'all know I'm a wordsmith, right? I believe in the power of words. I believe in using words to not only inspire but impact. And so I said, let's Google. Brian, I did a really good, you know what I'm saying? I pulled up on Google, which pulled me up to Merriam-Webster. And when I tell you Merriam-Webster, we got to be cousins, because I love the definition that Merriam-Webster had for cultivate. So when something is being cultivated, it is having the time to acquire or develop a quality skill, right? So it is the time that it needs to scale. It's the time that it needs to process, be prepared, so it can be in its best form when it is presented. And so for all of you out there that are feeling like, you know what, Havia, I'm feeling like this new variant is doing it for me, whether you want to call it the Omarion, right? Whether you want to call it the Omarion, whether you're calling it the Panasonic, the Panera Bread, whatever you want to call it, the bottom line is this, is that this variant is doing something to our communities, and it's really humbling us in a way to recognize that we are not in control. And I don't know about y'all, but I am slightly a control freak, because I love hugging people and I love seeing people and I like being out. And also for all of my business owners, I know for you, it's feeling very weird and awkward. And it's like, well, where do we go? Because there's money to be made, right? And there's things to do. But I just wanted to stop by and encourage you with this moment and let you know it's not being canceled, friend. It's not. It's being cultivated. So even though the plan isn't going the way that you thought, maybe your January so far is feeling very much so not very January. Maybe you're feeling like the start to your new year isn't giving what it's supposed to give, right? Maybe you're feeling like, I was excited, but things feel the same. I was excited, but I feel like I'm going backwards. I was excited, but I don't feel like there's progress. I feel like it's everything but that. I just want to stop by and encourage you and let you know it's not canceled. It's being cultivated. That idea that you're birthing, that business that you want to birth, maybe it's a book that you want to write. Maybe you too want to start a podcast, or you want to do something where you can bring communities together, reach yourself out to the masses. Let me tell you, friend, have encouragement, be encouraged. It is not being canceled. It is being cultivated. And I need to tell you something else too. whenever you sit on something for a little while, like when you let it sit and breathe and give it the time and energy, love and care and attention it needs, it's going to be like 15 times better. Right, Brian? Like, Brian's like, yeah, Brian's with me. Like, in my humble opinion, I think that the more something has time to really be cultivated, when you really pay attention to the quality and the process of a thing, it has the capacity to be absolutely amazing. But what we need to learn, friends, is that this is not a microwave type work, right? Anything that you want to do, it's not going to be done in 50 seconds or less. Anything that's worth legacy, anything that's worth something major takes time. And the longer that you take to make sure that it has quality, the longer that you take to make sure processes are in place, that you have infrastructure, that you have systems, is the better that it can be for you in the long run. So I know you could be a control freak like me. Hi, my name's Ohavia. I'm a control freak. I know that maybe the plan isn't what you want it to be, but give it some time. And I think that that will really surprise you when it just turns out to be amazing. Because I think you're amazing. Right, Brian? We think they're amazing. and I just want you all to know, like, it's not canceled. It's just being cultivated. Take this time, if anything, to really sit and make sure that you have your things in place. Take this time to just accept what is and what isn't. And also, I want you all to recognize this is not a race. Right? It's not a me versus you. It's not a us versus them. It's not a competition. It's not a race. There are some things that take time. And even though, we wanted to hit the ground running with the new year, I think that we should all just practice a level of humility, practice a level of going with the flow. Going with the flow of life and not being discouraged because it's not what we want, but instead count our blessings with what we do have. Okay. So wanted to take this moment and let you know it is not canceled, friend. It's being cultivated. It's being cultivated in you, around you, within you. And I can't wait to see what you come up with. I can't wait to see how it turns out because you already know all things will work together for your good. Okay, so that's all I had. That's all I had. That's all I had. That's all I had. Love you guys. See you soon. Go ahead and take that moment. See you next time.